man. We up in the game. Uh-oh, hope they don't try to cut us, man. I would just right in and just run, but we feather fly. Oh yeah, we feather fly. Y'all see the title, man. Most men on earth can benefit from this. If you want to get your power back as a man and don't be super thirsty and shit, you don't want to get the gay sickness, do you? It's a hypersexual ass individual. You know, we detoxing over here, man. Of course, breaking out is a good thing when you detox. I'm eating hella oranges, like gang of them shits. It's getting warmer around here, man. Semen sacredness, man. They calling it semen retention. It's like they know you finna jump on it. This is gonna raise the vibe of the planet. If one doing it, it's gonna be spread across the whole life family for all of us to feel, man. We all gonna be getting them upgrades, man. It's called a spiritual sacrifice. If you ain't super lustful or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Semen sacredness. Fruits. Berries. What? Melons. Man, shout out to Dr. Robert Morris, man. You don't get enough love. As a matter of fact, we're gonna give him some love. I like Dr. Sebi, but Dr. Sebi, man, it was all about the money at a point in time. That right, Thuggy Dove? I said, Uh-oh. I gotta get outside, man. Get that sun whenever you can, depending on where you at, you know? It works. Getting in the sun, it works. But for people who don't like the sun, I guess, can't stand the sun, I guess it's a problem. But, you know, that's because the melanin is not functioning properly. You're not training your melanin to absorb the energy from the sun. So instead, you kind of like repelling this shit, and it's like, you in the sun, like, I gotta get some shade. The sun, like, yeah, nigga, get some shade. While you at it, nigga, you better go ahead and purify your melanin molecule, nigga. Shit, you can fruits, berries, and the melons. Nah, the sun ain't doing all that, but he does that. So yeah, man, that semen sacredness, it's your superpower. I'm talking about supernatural power, P. The more you bust nuts, you don't realize it because you're releasing. But the more you bust nuts, the more lower on your light you will be. The more you'll be able to get done. That's why a lot of successful people, and I'm talking about the ones who come from the bottom, not the ones who was given an inheritance and all of this. No, the one who come from the bottom created something that could be beneficial for self and others. That's when you high grade on the spiritual grade, on the spiritual level. You're high up on your light. And normally at those times when you're high up on your light, you're at a younger age. When you're at a younger age, that's when they attack your ass because you have puberty and all of that. Loves, what's happening? Loves Blue 04, Sergio Lewis. Hey, what's happening? So yeah. So anyhow though, when you're low on your light, this is how they attack you. And this is why you're gaslighted all these things. You're able to be more manipulated more. You're able to be deceived, emotional deceived, mentally deceived. All these things. And so you be hella low on that light, eating the wrong foods, which you have parasites that's telling you to go bust that nut, go to that bathroom. Some people really slick, they gotta go to the bathroom 3-4 times a day and be like, man, I gotta let one off, nigga. You know, fiending and shit. They be sitting back, don't know what to do. Like they're so bored doing, I gotta go to the bathroom, nigga. You gotta go to the bathroom and jiggle that door real quick. Hey, fuck up his rhythm or something, man. That's why you gotta be checking up on your boys if you're raising some sons, man. You gotta always, hey, boy, let them know it, man. Because in school, they kind of let you, they was gradually letting you know, oh, it's okay if you masturbate. No, it's the master's bait. You don't masturbate. No, we've done it, but now it's ending. You know that you was crazy if you sitting there. If you just imagine watching you from another corner of the room, your ancestors and them like, God damn it, man. Hey, I got faith in them though. You over there just in the cut like, we got the light on and shit. You really in the mode, nigga. You probably looking at the phone and everything like, you just really fucked up, man. But it's okay because we're healing over here, man. We're healing over here. Semen sacredness. Sometimes after you do it, depends on how low you are, you'll be like, damn, if you have sex with a certain girl. So Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, basically, you won't be able to attain, you know what I'm saying, muscle mass. You won't, you know, tap into your testosterone, G. Eating all the, you know, estrogen-based foods with the parasites up in it. Oh, man, it's kind of, it's sad. It's like, it's a war against you. Your spiritual nature and your physical nature. Before you know it, you think it's all about the physical nature, and then you go lower in your sex game. Now you're seeing on your low stuff like, okay, because the truth is in the porn and, you know, in the gay sites and shit. They got terms like tops and bottoms. You don't know what the fuck you is now. Now you just going in, you know, ladies, you better go ahead and check them gay sites for your mans in them. Because mothers is up in them shits, Pete. Now you gotta be, and the more you raise your light, the more honest you become. This is how it is. You can be low and be honest too, but to be a master of yourself, individuals who are leaders, I guarantee you, they're a little bit up higher than the people that they're leading. Unless they're just on some low shit and people got a lot of yes men around them, and sooner or later you're gonna see them lose all their shit. Because they started having sex, they started tapping into that tree of life. And that's where they start fucking up. That's the same thing with, you know, confident our brother, you know, Samson. Shit. He was confident. He had a fine ass. He had the queen up on his ass. He like, nigga, hey, I'm cold. I'm a judge, but you know, yeah, you know what's up. You already know. You know what I'm saying? She's like, damn, you know, where's your strength coming from? Is it she's trying to guess and shit. You know, they tell you it's the hair. Yeah, the hair is the ether that connects to the stars and all of these different things. You know, however, to get all of that to work, you gotta have your semen, your spiritual body working right. You know, so if your body is a crystal, you're gonna have to have that light hit all these different crystals and boom, 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 boom. You own that. So he was just letting her know little things and giving her hints, and then he finally messed around and banged her a little bit. You know, when you busting about 4 or 5 nuts, man, and he's like, got it good, probably. She probably ain't never seen this shit. You know, Samson's strong as hell. He banged her so hard, so good. Yeah, she already knew she had her allegiance to the legions of doom. You know what I'm saying? So she knew she had to get his ass. He was strong, man. Samson was able to take so they say, a donkey's jawbone and kill 1,000 men. One nigga, man. That man was strong as a motherfucker. So it was like the possibility, and he was gentle too. So it was like the possibility of you, of not being able to spill your seed, having your wisdom on point, which is just being able to have discernment in things. The gift you was already given. If you show the Most High that, yo, man, I'm gonna sacrifice this for that and da-da-da-da, you'll be on point. Yo, shout out my man Funny Insightful. He said that's the wisest words coming from a guy who looks like he's out selling incense. I have people, but I had him to come to my store. I was like 19 then and shit, you know what I'm saying? Appearance can be deceiving. Good work, brother. Yo, you gotta be rolling, G. Hey, it says, I said, how do you control the temptation if you ain't religious? Well, man, shout out to Funny Insightful B. Whoever, y'all gotta follow him, this or her, whoever. I'm sorry, I can't really see. But the temptation, bam. You know what happens? Because you'll grow past that temptation. It's not really a temptation. You can look at it like, okay, like you just don't grovel in it and lust. You can just see a woman and like, it depends on where you're at on your level. If you like big ass booties and shit, the chick, the universe is gonna send you. So you're gonna be able just to deal with it like it's a flower, like it's a very beautiful flower, you know. And you just get rid of, you won't have that desire too tough. But you'll have it like, yo, man, I mean, shit, this one. You'll know which ones you'll bang, how you'll bang them, you'll know your flesh so cold. But then you'll see like, okay, my spirit, this is what brings the woman to you, like the real woman. You're starting to say, oh yeah, but we're not spiritually compatible. Like, you know it's just sex. And some people are like, man, it's just sex. And then your woman to be mad as hell and shit. It was just sex, girl. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the water, responding. You know, so yeah. And so, but really, yeah, it will be just sex because that's where you lose yourself at, because most likely they have partners and then your energy is entwined with them. But yeah, the temptation, you got to do these things we call Kegel. And that doesn't, you know, deter the temptation. It basically just helps you to not leap and to not release during the night. When you're laying down at nighttime and shit, and you're like, and you probably done had a thought on your mind for about, depends on how far you're up though. if you're like a couple weeks up, then you had some thoughts half of that time, which is like, 14 days, that's a couple weeks, so half of that is 7 days. You probably out of a total of 7 days of thinking some low vibratorial things about a month longer than 5 minutes, then most likely you done already programmed the light that's inside of your light body, your semen. You already done programmed on some lustful ass shit. It's like boom. So it's circulating through your cerebrospinal fluid, all of this, and so it's going to find a way to get about you. Especially if you're working with the Most High. If the Most High and them know you working with it, it's gonna have to get that about you. But if you know that you gotta be like, man, I gotta master myself. I can't have these type of thoughts. It's gonna see the universe is gonna see if you really meant for that path, because there's gonna be some tests on your way. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of chicks drawn to you. It's a lot of chicks. I mean, you're just gonna go back to your regular state when you was little, like before having sex. You know what I'm saying? That's where you gotta get to before you was having sex, because you only like the sucking titties or something. You like the girls, like you wanted to. It was mesmerizing to you. You know what I mean? It was mysterious. They were loving. You know what I'm saying? Kind. There's a lot of shit that came along with a woman, and then you value a woman more so if it's your girl. Not to say that you're supposed to have just relationships with people now and just being like, okay, I'm going for relationship now, because that's when you're unequally yoked and you got some type of form of cluster B personality disorder. Meaning you find that in ICD-9, ICD-10, just to diagnose it, just to see, okay, where did this come from? That's being gaslighted and projected upon, and also passed down through the genes. You could be around somebody who's a cluster B personality, borderline personality, narcissistic. They all have narcissism in them, but just a pure narcissism, NPD, or sociopath. But they'll gaslight their insecurities onto you to the point you'll start feeling like that, like anxious and tired, or just whatever fidgety shit that you don't have to feel. So you have to get into nature and recharge yourself, depending on who you are. It's all depending on who you are. Some people, it's hard to get in nature and recharge. So yeah. But with that light though, that liquid light, it's like it's going to be normal. This is going to be the norm in the future. It's not going to be like it's not going to be like we're going to release our light all the time. The gene is starting to, the DNA, everything's starting to change now. It's like we're going to be working out more. We're going to be looking at the people which is the NAGAs and the Amaru, who came through the lowest of adversities on earth. And it's going to be the inspiration and desire and motivation for all man to reach their higher self. Because once they see the NAGA doing it, it's like, we all start doing it. And that's how we keep the code. The nobility and the honor is in the light within the body. I'm out here with Thuggy Dub. What's up, baby? Y'all good? Hey, look, they just chilling, man. Look, it looks so pretty. Look, it looks so pretty. She healing. I don't even know what was happening to her, man. I don't even know if you can see it. She was messed up. We had to pray on her. But that's when the light works, when you pray on them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key. Reprogramming the mind. You think it's possible after being under influence of temptation for a longer period of time. It depends how old you are and when you started. And then your light, you know what I'm saying, of what your weaknesses are. And I do feel it's possible and shit. You gotta go some cycles. You gotta go a season, you gotta go some cycles. Depends on if it's your desire to really truly heal, you can go a full Saturnian calendar. But for some of us, it's like, we was a land of the pre-schemes. We had, in America, we had a lot of, self-control. Very fun, very, very right. We was able to wear diamonds, so that means we were truthful. So if you wear a diamond, that means that, anytime you lie, you can lose, it'll lose its power. So, yeah, diamonds is another form of telling lies. I'm being able to tell if you tell lies and shit now. If something happened to you. Need some electrolytes up in the NAGA, man. Everything's electricity too, in the physical corporeal form. But you have but metaphysical also. But you're not conscious if you're like in a hospital bed or something, and you just got the machine keeping you alive. Your body and cells is there, but your consciousness is somewhere else. Shit, getting talked to like, yeah, you ready, nigga? I got this and we got that, nigga. Well, next time you're gonna have to, listen up. All right. I'm in the U.S. too. I'm in the, and I'm in my 30s, no doubt. Dirty 30s. That's good. So yeah, in the 30s, you really got time, G. If you're in the early 30s, I'm 45 and shit. So if you're in the early 30s, 32, man, you be ready to change it up. You mean you're ready to work out, you're gonna change everything up, you're gonna stick right to whatever the fuck you wanna do at 32, 33. You're either gonna get warmer or you're gonna get colder. That's where the water freezes, right there, like 32 degrees, like boom, Fahrenheit, you know. But it gets warmer or colder. So if you get older, you're gonna be either a warm-hearted person, be a cold-hearted motherfucker and shit. Like, I don't like you motherfuckers. Get out of my way, nigga. I'm gonna work out. Yeah. But no, working out though, add that into your regimen every day, at least about every other day. If you ain't working out, I'm talking about every other day, like once every other day. And if you feel that you need to work out every day, you add some extra into the game. You know what I'm saying? On the days that you would do off, you can add like some cardio and shit. So you'll start filling out your workout regimen. You'll start feeling good. Something that you're supposed to do as a man. Most I want you to work out. You got testosterone. That's what produces it, and this is what keeps you like in a youthful state. And it's not to say that you're supposed to be chasing youth and shit, but it keeps you just in a nice, you know, good thinking, level-headed state. Plus you're not busting nuts and shit like that. Now if you was doing that, you're gonna have cloudy vision. Ain't no way you're gonna get back up to the top, to the crown. You gotta get about 7 months to get to the crown chakra. That's where you get attacked at the most. Every 7 months, because they know you're gonna reach another octave. It's really serious too, because the spirits, they see your ass. I mean, it's really deep. Like when I say it's so deep that the point that you can see certain things on your low level chakra energies, but however though, they know that it's like when you get up a little higher, G, you're understanding it. Like if you bust one nut, you can shoot back up again. Like if you busting 4, 5 nuts and shit, it's gonna be harder for you. Oh, I know I can go back up. Your will was there, but it's gonna be harder because now it's gonna be hard to climb back up that mountain that you just climbed all the way up. And if you're not used to being at that point, then it can bring you down. You know what I'm saying? It can bring you all the way back down. You don't want to climb that mountain again. You know what I'm saying? Unless you already strong-willed it. Like, I'm gonna get up on that mug again. You know, so before you know it, you busting only like 2, 3 nuts once or twice a year, maybe 2, 3 nuts a year, maybe once a year. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to do that, but you get up to that point. That's a phenomenal level. Even 7 months. Can't release 3. You got 7 months. Say you got 7 months up. You're up to the 7th chakra. This is how it works. They stole our sciences. You forgot how to get Super Saiyan. I know it's like, nigga, niggas fine. Don't worry about that one. Just you're gonna deal with it gradually. Your magnetic field will increase. You know what I'm saying? Chicks will notice you. Men that are lower on their light will notice you. They either come and learn, or they'll come and try to get some sexual kind of energy from you and shit. And being that they have that type of mentality, they're most likely are cluster B personality disorder. And you're striving to heal from that shit if you grew up in a toxic situation or a family. It's all tied to the mental, you know what I'm saying, also. And that's where we can pinpoint that. So that's how we can just pull out just receipts out the air on your ass. Like, hey, come here, give me that. Yeah, cluster B personality, what the fuck is that? Huh? Oh, you niggas had cluster B personality. You was gaslighting and projected all your insecurities on us. We was over here happy and shit. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with a lot of shit. And it also just shows up in the time, in your timeline and your just divine lineage, you know, just to strengthen you. So you don't, you know, so you won't pretty much, you know, be subjected to your lower self. Some of us have traits, some of us are pathological. But it's fun being around certain muds. You can be down in the low. I got all my thuggy doves. They out here chilling. You can be down in the low. This one's healing, man. This one almost died. We had to pray this one back. Didn't we, baby? Come here, baby. I don't want to say that. She's chilling. Oh, it's okay. Boy, if y'all done seen that one, man, it was messed up. The meat and shit was hanging off. You had to give her love, man. I'm talking about like, damn. So yeah, but if you're low in your light though, a lot of things can't happen. You may be good at doing things, but just imagine when you're higher on your light. You know, you're gonna be attacked more depending on where you're at. Because there's a lot of unfamiliar spirits roaming the spirit realm. And I said, it's a lot of them. I mean, there's spirits from other places that they is trying to protect mugs from, but they're actually being exterminated off of the main plane. But there is a first, a second, and third resurrection on Earth. So, see, damn. Okay. And so, you know, This is a part of light body building, man, and keep you safe so you can surpass all them and go to the third resurrection and get the hell up off here. Because there's some hideous creatures, man. So when people be like, where is these creatures at? Where is these sitars and all of these old Koger face and half men? And they're here, motherfucker, but they're on higher frequencies outside of, and also they're physically here, but they're also outside of it. They're able to travel the plane too. It's getting deep because our TV is just limited to our little realm. There's worlds like TV that can see other worlds, like what they doing in their shit, you know? And then you can travel to theirs, but being that a lot of shit's going on here with the chosen people, a lot of shit got to get cleaned up before we jump back into that game again. Because you got beings who are parasites. I mean, you got a parasite, man, and you already know, parasite will fuck you up. If you're eating the wrong food, man, the parasites, they link together like faggots and shit. They link together, man, and they work together, and they try to, their whole thing is to offend your ass and to make sure you are confused and cloudy on your thoughts. So a parasite is most likely, it is the way, but it's most likely the one influencing you, along with the spirit. It uses this parasite to influence your ass. That's why you're supposed to be a little clearer than normal. Always detoxing, daily eating a piece of fruit. Most time make you eating a piece of fruit look so good, because it's like, damn, the enemy don't even like that shit. The enemy of the creator, even though they know the creator made it for you anyways, shit. Because ain't nobody else on earth that can eat oranges like your ass. That's, they just be sitting on the trees. Some orangutans may eat some, but shit, in America, Mexico, South America, all where the horn of plenty is at, all the corn is at and shit. Yeah, it's all over there. That shit grow year round because you need it. Because most are like, yo, man, you need to detox yourself with this astringent fruit, or the citrus fruit that is made to pull out the bacteria, which is the weaker bacteria. If your body's bacteria is not strong enough to get it out, it's helping you. Like, nigga, eat an orange, nigga, we got you. Because it's like, damn, if you don't eat this. If you don't eat an orange or any type of those type of antibiotic fruits, most all fruits that are astringent is antibiotics, you know. But if you don't eat that daily, you are accumulating these parasites in you, and it's harder for that good bacteria that you got to get that shit about you. Especially if you're eating some shit at mealtime that got DHT, monosodium glutamate, polysoy base 60, 80, all this shit that they put in hair dye and everything. You know what I'm saying? Things where they use crushed up as old animal shits that's on the floor, and they just put it and make it a color dye. They just do it just to fuck with you, make it tasteless, you know. And when they do this thing, they know that they can further influence some parasites in you. They know it's a war in your ass, motherfuckers. That give you all good food. Make sure there ain't no clouds seen in the sky. They don't need to fuck with the weather. They don't be scared about global warming because they're like, damn, the sun is what's gonna help us help us on the outside with our largest organ. You know what I'm saying? To excrete all of these daggone toxins that we got inside us. Let me get this little feather and shit. This time on. Hey, y'all, I don't know why the hell y'all did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all works together. Let's keep it simple as we possibly can, see? Because the confusion comes in all the extra details, and mothers like when they say extra things and be like, man, you're not even showing us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody showing and living in an example. You know, and that's with that semen retention, man, or the semen sacredness. This is what puts us back up on them. Because you enjoy it, man. It's normal. That's what we was on. See, I found the feather, so you know, of course, I throw that chain up in there. And you're like, damn, G. Wipe them off, I have to do that one. Yeah. My damn ether just grabbed that motherfucker. Give it to me, nigga. Give it to me. But yeah, you might that mother might stay on. We don't know. So anyhow. It's the ether mic. In tune. The birds know. Most are like, yeah, nigga. My people wear the feather, nigga. I don't know what's up with these other motherfuckers. They ain't rocking the feather. I don't know what's wrong with them. My people got to a point. You got to notice and understand this. We got to a high elevation of understanding that our garments. We rock the garments that was enhancing our health, like linen and shit, man. Cotton, which is a fruit. Linen, which is a grain and shit like that, man. We learned how to do all this stuff, man. We was rocking, making shit, made our cars out of soybeans, hence the Ford plant, made our cars out of vegetables, man. Roots, shoots, and fruits and shit, man. We was squeaky clean. All our cities was on point. There's no such thing as being poor. You just wanted to be rich, you could be rich, you know? That was what it was. It wasn't like oh no, nigga, you can't be rich. All of us can, but you can't have shit. Like if you see a nigga pop up with something, like, nigga, how'd you get that shit? Because it's like, how, nigga? We made all the avenues where you shouldn't even get no knowledge, no wisdom, no understanding. You know, we're gonna, and this is part of mathematics and move on into 12 jewels. You shouldn't even get no freedom, justice, and equality. Shout out to NOI. Yeah. I know y'all hate me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no food, clothing, and shelter, nigga. You ain't gonna have shit, nigga. You ain't gonna have no love, peace, and happiness. The 12 jewels of life, all of them, man. You ain't have none of that, nigga. Next thing you know, we start getting knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and shit. Now we like eating on our own, right and exact. Now we're just adding this part in the game, which is semen sacredness. Like, oh, damn, we really do need this. Because this is gonna make us honor each other and be in a noble stance, you know? Now we really on point, because we're not going home and busting nuts. Now our wives is gonna look at us, our women is looking at us and like, damn, we really do got the strongest men on earth. Because if they can turn down some of this badass pussy, because our women know, them some badass bitches, man. I see them motherfuckers, them like bright ass mothers across the world with the long hair down to their booty hole and shit. They like, and they working their ass, they booties out only for the niggas, because don't nobody want their ass. They know that. It's a subconscious thing. You know, everybody got cluster B. These motherfuckers borderline personality, and you'd be so surprised when you get into the world how many people has been molested coming up. All of us been fucked up. But it's a lot on the outside. If we was considered the Israelites and we was doing some shit, just imagine the Gentiles outside of us that didn't have nothing to go against them laws. They wouldn't even give a fuck about the laws or the rituals or the rights. Them motherfuckers then did everything. You got uncles and shit. You see? Uncles and shit with the nieces and shit. Man, you got all kinds of shit going on, dude. So, time to take your throne back, man. Which is your body. Which is where the Most High is at. Which is where you at. The I am. As long as you got these parasites in you, now you got information talking about parasites. You see that shit coming to a full fold. Now you see this. Now you see that's a war on your ass. These people, it's a war. It's a straight war. Roaches and flies and all that shit is dropped out the skies over certain lands. People be like, man, why this place got so many roaches? Motherfucker, they drop the shit. Them is not natural motherfucking creatures. Ants ain't eating them. You got natural roaches. They run from you a little bit. You got roaches that'll come at your ass and shit. You can flash a light right on his eyeball. Like, you be like, what, nigga? Huh? That's because them spirits is all up in them motherfuckers, man. They living on the first resurrection on earth. They still living off your fear. But you eating the wrong food. This is how they was planting fear inside you when you was a baby. By eating the wrong food. You know what I'm saying? Teaching and they can teach you and take your mind now even more. So by taking and putting you in the school, giving you the curriculum that they got, it's like now you believe everything that they tell you and shit. Your parents is at home. I'm talking about my generation. You know, the 50s, the 70s and up. Like now you at school, parents at home on crack. Your kids getting taught this. Your mom and daddy doing that. Now they saying niggas ain't shit. Now we got young pregnancies going on. It's crazy stuff happening. All because we're not valuing our semen sacredness. And as a teenager, we started doing semen. We started having babies in teenage years, and they started giving us a bad name, like we a no good ass father and shit. And Tupac was about to run with that shit. It's like, nigga, she 13, you 14. You both don't know what to do. You both scared, nigga. See, we didn't look at that part. We was looking at him being a bad dad. We be like, so when Brenda had the baby, she went out, she was already doing shit. But she was having babies and got tricked and all this shit going on. Now, that's the problem when that happens. But if you have two people as a couple come together and then they get pregnant and the boy gets scared, he don't know what to do. He only lives up the street any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? The girl don't know what to do. Boom. They parents got to come together and raise this motherfucking baby. What? The parents don't jump in? I thought that was a grandparent. If my baby don't know better, let me come in and help now. And he had some grandparents that did that. That jumped in. Some grandmas and granddaddies. I had a good granddaddy, man. You know what I'm saying? He came in and helped me because my mom and daddy was in the streets. Memphis, Chicago, nigga, them niggas in the street, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up and learn how to make my own shit. Like, oh, this is what it is. You know, my granddad was able to cook me the greatest of meals, but I had to learn to eat the wrong way too. You know, my father didn't know, my dad didn't know. He was just a hood nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he did his best, and I understand. I was raised by outside, and so the Most High was guiding me to different places. You know, and so anyhow, you know, but that's how they attack niggas though. So it's like Yeah, later on, the father, you may not have seen the father in what? They say 10 years or something. But she was 14, now she's 24. She's not that old. You know what I'm saying? But 10 years is a long time to a child. 13 years is a long time to a child. She's only 27, you know? So it's like, damn, they were both afraid of each other. And that's what we have to acknowledge, that's what we're acknowledging here. And being up on your light, we wouldn't counter that type of shit. Now we know. We can't be having babies as teenagers because you don't know what the fuck to do. And what if your parent don't know what the fuck to do because she's out there, they got your parent on drugs. So they ain't gonna help you. Now we gotta go all the way to your grandparent. Your grandparent probably in a whole nother state. But send that baby down here in Mississippi, baby. You know what I'm saying? You may be too advanced. But some of us, you know, was good enough for the grandparent. But just look at it though. It was a strategic, it was a strategy, man, to get both of them out at the same time, the child and the parent. So the parent is out doing dope and don't even give a fuck about the grandbaby coming into the world while the babies are having sex. The 12 and 13-year-old is having sex. He don't know better because he's busting nut. She's more advanced than him because she can fuck with a grown man. But he doesn't really know. He's just now getting used to this shit with a woman. But her natural instinct is to cling on and be a wife, and he don't know yet because he's not done developing. He ain't supposed to be marrying a chick until about 30 years old, plus 33, somewhere around there. 33 ain't old. If you young, you watching this, 33 ain't old, G. You really a baby. You still can run and jump and grab the rim, motherfucker. Hey, when you get about 40-something, nigga, you're grabbing the rim days is coming down. That's why they be like, he still can dunk. Like, yeah, nigga, if you can grab the rim beyond 40, nigga, you're a superhuman, motherfucker. Let's let you know that right now. So 30-something, man, that's right there. You're good. And that's to bend it up to be a superhuman in your 40s and shit. You still be pulling chicks that's younger. You know what I'm saying? Half your age plus 5 if you need to. That you don't, but you're not really fucking yourself up by just releasing your light. And it's very important to look around and check my body and check my surroundings and shit. Hold on, got Thuggy Dubs over here. Take a little break. You gotta get that Flim Farm filth out your ass too, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell us that's part of detoxing too. But yeah, the semen sacredness, we wouldn't know better because we're thinking that purity is okay to play with our giant and we can just release all the time. We're going in the bathroom anytime we stress, like, man, I just lost in the video game and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just feel for the new ones and shit. They actually online and shit. Them motherfuckers, damn, going to the bathroom, shit. And then let it go and shit. Look in the mirror. Just get it. I'm gonna beat your ass tonight. Beat your ass. Now relax, come out of the bathroom. Ah, shit. Grown ass man, man. To be 60 years old and shit, G. Turn gay. Can't even get a chick no more. Done turned gay, nigga. God damn. Yo, Talking Elements, what's happening? What's happening? Peace and blessings, brother. Tuning in from Tennessee. No Limit Shade. What's happening? I should have looked right into it. Said, willpower and discipline. You know who's on the road. That's right. That's pretty much what we have is the discipline which forms that willpower. And that willpower is there deep in you. The most I believe in you, man. We do this. We the motherfucking kings of all. I said, babe, ain't no hating on niggas in. But as long as we in their profiles, because I see it out here. If you're in their profiles, well, Tennessee is the land of all the miles. So my pops from Memphis and shit. Oh, and so, but when you're in all their profiles and shit, and they come out here and they don't see no niggas, but they finally see one nigga, which is a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Be the pick of the litter. I'm not really the super thirst, but I could be on their ass though. You know what I'm saying? They see a nigga, they be like, and they wanna attract to the nigga. They don't want to attract to me, but they trying to find a way to make me talk to them because they know the Naga's got that sauce. We got that boom, boom, boom. We know how to season the meat shit real good on your ass. And that's what a lot of the people out here starting to realize, like, damn, Naga's got game. It's not really game. It's women like games. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to talk to them and just be able to just chop it up, but not to take advantage of them because this narcissistic ass men too that be sitting there had a watch on like, yeah, I got the hotel over there and shit. It's 15 a night. You know what I mean? Come through. And she's like, oh. But shit, it's much like that. It's women, when they see me, you want to come through to the room, you know what I mean? And shower up and bathe. You're sitting there like, bro, you can bathe me like Bruce Willis and 12 Monkeys, baby. I stand right there and put my hands up on the wall. You can take a little broomstick and everything, man. Just bathe my ass. Shit. But I know not to give in. I mean, I do shit. I would do stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can play around. they be like, damn, he's not gonna really take the pussy. Dang on right, you know. You definitely know yourself. If you know you done had enough power you already, you should be able to do it. If you knew already that, okay, I kind of value my semen sacredness, my light, you know what I mean? Then this would be for you, because you can actually go out and have fun, man, on the beach with the chick. You know, it's fun because they want you to bang. They actually go to great lengths. Your ass, man. I had one say, it ain't even matter, don't matter how you look. I had one was like, man, I can't even, what you call it? I was like, I'm sitting there like, nah, I'm just chilling. Water responding. All the information up in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you become super magnetic attractive and shit, you know. But your magnetic field becomes like a super saiyan damn near. Like, you know, with Goku and all them niggas and shit. I didn't even watch all them, but I'm pretty sure they got that from our type of shit. That, you know, you'll be charged up, just like a damn solar flare. And you'll start learning how to, your melanin will start like being alive. It's like really healing itself over and over again and shit. Like, it'll learn how to do this. And plus fasting, because you're in the right place to do what it do. Like the sun feeding you, you know what I'm saying? You look at the sun, your eyes don't even hurt. You see that shit? I got the dragon eyes because, of course, I'm from Mississippi, man. Mississippi we got those Mississippi Mimas. And if you don't want that blur too, and I ain't got it right now, you just gotta look at the sun, like past that certain point. I just lay back on my back, man, and just chilling, G, and look right up at the mud. You know, that's spiritual sight. If I want to enhance the colors and shit, I just close them. Boom, close them, it hits all that. When I open them up, boom, the colors all good. It's really good, really good. There's some old therapeutic ass shit that we was just doing naturally out this bitch. And they done made whole temples up out of our shit. Like, niggas be laying out, sun gazing on it, because the sun, it absorbs you. That's why I sit in the sun out here, because I don't want to have people like coming up to me because they can't really sit in the sun. And most likely their melanin is toxic. And they low in their light. They can only deal with them up for a little bit, and that'd be cool. If they walk through, and they know they'll offer some fruit and food and stuff, but I know they're gonna have to move around because I ain't telling them to move. They just get uncomfortable because the sun is there. And the light is up, the semen light up too, man. You know what I mean? We're up I guess I have to say it, like 6 or 7 months, man. That's like 5 years and some change. You know what I'm saying? We're on quality years. So, you know, of course they're gonna do their tax and shit. And there's a lot of gang stalking, spiritual gang stalking. That's gonna happen to the chosen anyways. Especially when you get to a certain point where you had to get up off of a certain point and come to another part of the world and shit. They're like, oh shit, niggas, a Mississippi nigga too? They're like, yeah, that means it was serious, nigga. God, move the Mississippi nigga up out there for a second. Talk to his people and shit. I love y'all. And this is what we're gonna have to do, G. I'm telling you, that once we hit this, that domino effect, oh man, our women, boom, they jumping in line, boom, because you ain't gonna love nobody but your woman. You're gonna see, even though these women is bad in the motherfucker, these bras is bad as hell. I'm talking about super bad. You got the Malaysians, they look so bad. I think they're chosen. You probably can make it there. They got but I'm talking about the Tahitians and certain like Micronesians. They're born outside the triangle out here though, so they don't kind of include them. I don't know if they're included, but they actually got some fine ass women and shit, or Marshallese. These women is fine as I don't know the F what, G. And they like black people. Every time I hear them playing, they playing our music, but they're playing our low vibratorial shit. So now when they see me, they see a nigga on the high vibratorial level and shit, but still cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, they just want to show out with the little whips, with the bangs, and playing the old ass, you know, gangster music or whatever. I like gangster music too, but I'm just saying, I just relate it to like spiritual warfare type shit. But, you know, they just look at it like they just want to show out, and they'll do things. They used to show out real hard for me, but now they used to me. But I'm looking, man, the women though is off the chain, man. I'm talking about, they don't even wear no makeup, man. They're that fine. They look like how the women, when they wear makeup, they look like that normally, man. So I'm like, shit. they actually off the chain, G. So, and you know, they're not really corrupted. You gotta understand too. It depends if they're a part of the tribe. If they're a part of the tribe, Most High make you be pleasing to them. Like, there's women for you in another part of the world that's a part of the tribe. Before you know it, y'all bring everybody together. But Most High wants you to make sure you bring the if you about to marry somebody that's outside of the tribe, you gotta bring them back to the tribe. It says this in the WASP though. Most High telling Abraham, like, yo nigga, if you gonna bring somebody, one of the homies, one of the brothers gonna bring somebody back to the, that's how he said, bring a damsel back, you gotta make sure he chill for about like a year with us, because You know, niggas is beautiful, man. And our sisters is very, you know, there's witty and shit. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to stand us. If you can't stand us, then you got, and not cheat and all that, then we can go. You know, but yeah, that semen sacredness is really important because they're attracted to that. And that's all we got to do. You know, that's what makes them worship us on the porn. They watch us so much on the porn. They got the cockhole because of us. All of this stuff. If we pull back all our energies from that, man, we'll be great. They're just worship what we have out there. I know we like, man, but I can make this and I can do this because we got the phone right there. We're like, man, I got to broad that up. You know, but it's like, you don't even have to do it no more because now they got it on automatic. Now they got you to a point where you want to do it yourself instead of just being like, you know, fuck it. So when they got you on automatic now the men is naturally turning like bitchy for you. You know, and this is very important for semen sacredness if you're dealing with the race potential, because race can come in really hard in this because you have a lot of Asians, and we're not gonna tell them what kind, but you know, whatever pops into your mind when I say Asian. All right, so we got a lot of Asians and we got a lot of Caucasians. All right, so a lot of things go down with this sexual entities, as far as like, you know, the cockhole situation, who they use as the cockhole, like, or who they use as the male bull or whatnot. Chances are it's a black man and shit. And so they have like groups and studies where they worship black cocks, man, and that they're appealed to nagas or niggas. Now, if you look at this, whereas we're negated them, you got the top and the bottom shit they got going on. These motherfuckers are freely doing this shit now. You got ones who claim to be there, they're the bottom, and there's the ones that claim to be the top. So many bottoms are attracted to niggas, because niggas are like masculine and men and shit, but we are feminine divinely, because we have that mama ass. We've been on earth for a grip, you know what I'm saying? So we got the intuition and shit, you know. So it's like, so their bottoms can be a motherfucking hairy, masculine looking motherfucker. Will be a bottom to a nigga, because a nigga is like the supreme male, the alpha and omega type shit, you know. So to break this all the way down, this is where the worship comes in. You'll be like, damn, you know, this is where the worship comes in at, because your kundalini is the one that makes everybody fucking horny and shit. Like when you walk around and your energy is up and you ain't busting up, the spirits around them that's controlling them, they look up and like, the fuck? This motherfucker. They bring them right to your ass, and they try to be in your bubble, in your magnetic bubble that you're strengthening naturally without even adding fucking 3,000 to 5,000 gauze bracelets on you. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking with the solar flares. You're doing it naturally, the slow way, which is slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing it that way. And it's for around people who don't do it at all. I'm talking about the majority of the world don't even do it. They sense that shit. You can be 2 weeks ahead, nigga. Everybody's not even 2 weeks in. So where you're they can sense like a motherfucker. So you have to be so far away from certain people because the envy will kick in. It's another feeling and shit that they're experiencing. They're seeing what a man is: disciplined, you know, smart, intelligent, discernment, really the head of the family, the foundation, you know, truly. And it's the truth. Like that nigga is truth when he walks through the motherfucking door. And so when the lie see the truth, they be like, God damn, you know, I got to do something to make a lie happen to disturb this motherfucker in his world, you know, because he's just too goddamn truthful for us. We can't deal with the truth, not like this, you know what I'm saying? So that's where your power lies in at, the truth. Today, we just gonna knowledge build to be born. Just know to build what we're talking about. Just know when to build, know how to be born. Know when to build, know how to build to be born. To born your intellect. That's who you truly are. You're using the flesh, which is the wisdom, the solids, liquids, and the gases of the Creator, and you use it to get that understanding across. And then you let it go. You know what I'm saying? And you go back to you go into your light body again. But you're using the energies or the so-called atoms, you know what I'm saying, to put it together with the Creator's permission. You know, it's all by the will. Just like their rule was by the will. So you had to be low in order for them to rule you. As long as you low in your light, they got you. And then you're eating the wrong foods, it's even more better, because this is how they put fear in you. This is when they can put movies in front of you and make you think the shit's real. And this is how they get your babies now. So you see the powers that were is hella upset You got mugs like the so-called Trump. I know this is gonna trigger shit, but the Trump comes in, he's like, yo, gender shit, nah. See, they hate that type of motherfucker amongst them. It's like a real nigga amongst a bunch of fake niggas. And he's being the real nigga to them. And he's like, yo, nigga, fuck that. If we want to get this shit right, niggas are the actual fun motherfuckers, man. You see, we can use one of them, and the whole world will love this motherfucker. He can generate one of them can generate love for the whole world. We already seen it. We had Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? We had to make him think that he was fucking Muslim and shit. This nigga's Amaru Khan. He's the chosen and shit. Michael Jackson, he knew it, but shit, we had to make sure we changed his face so nobody wouldn't believe that this nigga was the most inspirational performer of all time. And the mother who inspired him was James Brown and other individuals. He was intelligent enough to be able to catch on. You know, yeah, Michael Jordan. You know, all these different things, man, that is still inspiring people to this day. And they have to use your image. They have to use our image. When they see a NAGA in person, he's an athlete. God is an athlete. You're basically like a demigod when you start doing semen retention. And that's what they don't like. Because now you can fuck the shit out of their bitches. Who is they? We're going back to the Asian and the Caucasian now. Because they kind of work together. You see these wars that's been going on, that's what's been popping off. We ain't been trying to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? We was over in our shit chilling. Wearing fucking suits and ties. The Windsor knot. These motherfuckers that make the Windsor knot. Come on now. We got all kind of shit. Wearing furs. Because that was a part of our heritage when we were in our golden eras, when we would learn first in our regalia, when we was actually skinning the fucking animal that needed to keep us warm. And our royals were wearing, all of us was wearing skins. You know what I'm saying? Even down in Florida, all the way to Florida, even if it was cool, we still had the skins on with the jewels and the diamonds, giving props to the Most High Creator. We didn't make no fur farms for these people to just kill the animals on purpose and shit. We knew how many was gonna die any damn way, or who we can do. We already knew this shit. We had a whole full culture and civilization, man. Because we was high up on our semen retention. We was all kings. We call each other niggas. You know, so when white folks be like, oh, they want to say nigga a lot, but it's like, you know, that's because they're not a king. So they feel like they're getting away with something. That's the only reason why certain niggas got mad. It wasn't because it was a derogatory word. It just meant nigga. It just meant king. We all, no matter what we say, if that nigga was a bad nigga, good nigga, evil nigga, whatever, we got a tone in which we said it. Why? Because we are a melodic people. We're orchestrated. We're composed. We produce shit. This is why semen retention for the whole of the Nagas is very important for getting back online. They don't want you to know that. They want to keep you exercising, doing burpees and shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this shit, like, and watching fucking scrolling all day. Instead of jumping into it like, damn, I gotta eat my fruits, berries, and the melons. You know what I mean? They want you looking at, you know, Dr. Sebi with the handful of cash. But I like Dr. Sebi, but he was still teaching, getting money. He didn't find a way outside of that, even though they got buildings and shit now. But it was all about the money instead of knowing that niggas was gonna eventually tap into this, to their natural blood right. Sooner or later, it's gonna happen. And then we don't have to worry about the money. All we have to worry about is gaining our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Naturally, our freedom, which is our culture, which is in our justice, just balancing our scales, knowledge in our cipher, you know what I'm saying, seeing the equality within, and then eating the right foods, which is the seventh jewel, food for the mind, food for the body, then the clothing, putting the right clothing on. As long as we doing shit, that is what we need to do, putting the right clothing on, because these jewels is out of order. Niggas ain't got all these jewels in order. We might have the clothing right, but we may not be eating the right food. But we may be having a shelter. But some of us may not have no shelter, but we may eat the right food and not have the clothing. Some of us may have the clothing and eat the right food, no shelter, shit like that. I may have said it backwards, but you know which way it goes. To get that love, peace, and happiness at the end, which is something that's everlasting. That's why it's important to cultivate happiness, and the only way to really do that is through semen sacredness, knowing that that shit is sacred in your ass. She'll value it too. I done had some equality for months, which is sex, you know what I'm saying, with a mate, and I ain't busting out one up, but she's busting all of us. I done already mastered to the point I know what to do with the oral, the spots. Now we're gonna go through that, but we're gonna have to do members only for that one, because we can't give that game away, man. Because even though they can use dildos and shit in the day, is, you know, we're talking about people who use other objects. Niggas ain't got to do that. We're the one, you know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to add nobody else, but we understood the science of orgies and all of that too. You know, and the energy that comes involved with that. And that comes involved with orgy with people you don't know, that's dealing with your cluster B personality disorder, or you're dealing with people that you do know and you're married, that type of orgy that you're experiencing. There's different feelings, there's different chemicals that's produced whenever you do these things. But semen sacredness is very important. And we all knew that doing all those acts and shit, because the ones who with the powerful semen was the ones who was passed around in their orgies and shit. But yeah, I had a relationship and I didn't even have to, and she knew and understood. And if I was about to, I said, don't. She didn't want to sabotage. She knew better, like, boom. And she knew that I'm gonna continue to have good things if I don't do that. And so when she seen that, oh man, she just knew and understood that, hey, let me just listen to this, because now we know and understand that our woman is a multi-orgasmic creature. But we've been having sex with her to a point where she ain't been having them orgasms as much. So she's been chasing that orgasm by going to different men. Before you know it, women, and before you know it, she's just liking the act of sex at that point. It's just like, I'm just doing it. It's okay, you didn't bust. It's okay, I didn't bust. It's okay. And then she run into a real nigga. Then this motherfucker making her bust this way, the A spot, C spot, G spot. You know what I'm saying? Deep in the spot. You know what I'm saying? Throbbing in the mother jumper like, nah. You know what I mean? Then they're like, oh, these motherfuckers are trained themselves. This is for real. This is why you can't be training. I got a company and stuff. You know what I mean? People coming up. But this is why you can't be wasting your shit. But if you learn it, yeah, jump into the game. But make sure you don't bust for the next 7-8 months. The 7 months it's gonna be a hard time to get past that money. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't give a fuck. Get to the 4th month, you're gonna be happy in nature. You make love in nature, you're gonna really love it because your heart's in tune. Like all these things around and shit, you know what I'm saying? Spring probably about to hit. Whatever. You're hitting the creeks, whatever, you know. But if you're not, you're still gonna be in tune with your energy. But I'm just saying, that's if you're having self-quality. But we gotta do a members only channel, situation to properly go ahead and get our women busting like it's supposed to be. Because now if you when we was having sex with like any other race besides our women, we was able to make, damn, are you just a splash-a-thon. They can think of you. I didn't realize this. It's different with our women. Our women was a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more depth, so we're used to dealing with ours. You know, so it's like, you gotta come with game, you gotta be the swag, you gotta be smelling, looking good, everything gotta be on point. Then you gotta break her down. Her defenses, even then she ain't trying to spread them. Our women was so hard to get. Now they're easy a little bit, but it was so hard to get, G. Yeah, it was hard to sell the master. Some of us was in our narcissistic state, so we wanted to keep them. So we wanted to keep them as like a supply source. But that backfired because now I look at her shit. She got supply sources all over the place. She got niggas all over the world and shit. Everywhere. She got profiles with everybody she can just scroll through. Boom. You know? But man, that's so much got me jumping around. And I'm like, yo, as long as you know, we're complimenting women too, man, all over the world and shit on these profile pages, they won't value you either. But once they see you valuing your light, you can compliment them. And then they know that you're doing that, they're still entertaining and chop it up. They'll close their shit off. They're like, man, maybe I shouldn't. You know, maybe I shouldn't do this. Our women would, because our women is naturally strong. They're naturally strong. It was hard to get to, you know, but now they'll do it one night alone. With you. They'll do it because we all was fucked up. But now we're healing though, so that's cool. But when you're dealing with other races, it's going to get a little stronger because it's going to be a little harder because they're going to be attracted to you. So, man, so here. All right, so I'm back. Yeah, so that's where the temptation comes after some bras. And they're gonna be talking to you with the prettiest smiles, no, like not even a little bit of fun, maybe a little fun, but it's not gonna be nothing. G, you got to watch out, and that's where you're gonna have to, you know, apply it all. Then you can you be friends with them, because if you're not like that, that means you're objectifying them. Still, it's in somewhere in your subconscious. Whereas if you're watching, like, you know, porn or something, and you see these banging chicks getting banged off by a nigga and shit, and, you know, they seen their girl get banged off, they like that shit too, but it's like they're mad at it. It's like, damn, this nigga can really bang the shit on my chick. She responds a whole nother way. It's like, what does he do to this motherfucker? He ain't got no money, he ain't got no land. We took all that shit from him and shit. It's something else he got. It's a creative, man. Extra, some extra shit. That's why we don't go out and spread the seed so thin. Niggas weren't really about that at all, really. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the actual code was deep in us, like, just, you know, it was very, very deep. You don't see too much of it nowadays. You Now you see us, it's all of us trying to work to get back together somehow, some way, man. We ain't on no bullshit. It's like, yo, you see us as a collective, and we're not even hanging together. We're not even in the same places, and it's in our heart already. So if it's in your heart, that means your heart is that vortex. That's some real shit. And the vortex is what connected to who? The actual real source. We're back, nigga. The coder's gonna be on your ass, nigga. She gonna come up with something, nigga. She gonna come up with something, nigga. Before you know it, we got a new disease now, nigga. How you cure it? Ain't no cure. We just gonna get them some motherfucking pills, man. On me. We got 2-for-1s a day, nigga. 15s a day, nigga. What? Hey, depending on the insurance company, I need to know what's the insurance company, nigga. I need to know that insurance company. Let me get down here and see if I can get some better winter jumping. Hey, we gotta get some depending on that. Yeah. We got disease. Toast to that. Toast to that. We're gonna load that ICD-10 up. Like that, nigga. Look at all them diseases we done made when we came to the world, nigga. We done dropped roaches all over the islands and shit. Flies and shit. Got eyes all over so the spirits can blink in and let us know where them niggas at. Where them niggas at? niggas eating fruits and shit? Them niggas ain't eating no fruit. Them niggas over there eating the swine that was running around on the island and shit, man. They eating that motherfucker. Let's go over there and get that motherfucker. Let's give him Jesus, nigga. Give him that nigga. You eating swine, nigga. It's about a wrap. You ain't supposed to. A lot of the tribes weren't eating the swine. It was just using it as a after the flood. You know, everybody had pigs. It was given all over the world pigs to clean up as a biological garbage disposal to eat up everything that was left over from the dead animals, the humans, whatever. It was eating everything up so you can clean the land for you, so you ain't got to do shit. It just so happened to be, started eating these motherfuckers. China worms start getting up in you. Now you can go down the street and smell swine in the air. You know them motherfuckers ain't with the Most High. You smell swine in the air, nigga. That's about everywhere. That means this is a fucking this is the Gentile shit. The world. So it's a big war going on. And if you're religious, you gotta watch out. Because when the religious and state, it was hard to separate. That has a lot to do with them, that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was private citizens. You didn't know, we ain't know better, We thinking that we just supposed to live our life in this shit, but these motherfuckers ain't invaded. Hey, Thuggy, what's up? That's my ninjas right there. That's the Starfleet. We Starfleet around here. We're the Starfleet. Star Trekking around this midnight bitch. But yeah, you got to get the oil back up to the top, right? So this is what happens. It's a movie they made called District 9 where these niggas was in Africa, and it was real quick, and there was a species from another world, and they spaceship just was stuck in the atmosphere. They couldn't leave because they needed this special oil to raise all the way up from the top. But it took this dude like 20 years to get that oil so he can get up to get his little ship to get to the top of the big ship. Basically, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get your little ship down here. It's a light that you got in your belly, man, and it raises all the way up, and it's like ding, 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 bing. It's like you start communicating with animals and shit. Like, I'm not buzzing. The animals know that you're actually on your own life cycle, like like you're supposed to be. They're on theirs. They doing what they supposed to do. You're like, okay, da-da-da-da. All right, so I know I've been holding on. We're about an hour in. I'm about to go ahead and carry the end of this joint. But thanks for chopping it up and being in the game with them. I like Funny and Insightful, man. That be rolling. I'm laughing. Thinking about the goddamn comment right now, goddamn. So yeah, man, just get your fruits, berries, and your melons in. We're just gonna end it with that because that goes along with that semen sacredness. It gets you even more crystalline. It works with electricity. Your consciousness uses it. Dr. Sabi didn't really touch on that too much. The fruit goes along with it. We're just adding on with the light body with the fruit, But give it up to Dr. Robert Morse. That's one of my favorites. He don't get enough clout. He don't get enough in nothing, man. I like that motherfucker. He's trying to help his people, but he knows the truth, and they definitely keeping him down. He's a free type spirit too, So shout out to Dr. Robert Morse, man. He doing the daggone thing. I didn't ever see him with a fistful of money and shit. And he's giving us all these breakdowns. This man is he's happen to be Caucasian, man. I actually like this motherfucker. I mean, I like Caucasians, period, but I got good friends. If I call him a good friend, I'm like, yo, Mosiah, save this one type shit. That's what I'm talking about, that good type shit. But he's one of the good teachers that get overlooked when we're talking about this nutritional thing and sicknesses and healing. Because we're talking about Dr. Sebi, we want to big up ours, but when money comes into play, niggas really didn't need money that much because that was involving us in the government. If we were stuck to our guns, we would have kept everything. We weren't even supposed to do treaties, but we did. So now we're learning our lesson. And it starts from the bottom. Semen sacredness first. Boom. Get to Israel. Boom. We all lit. Boom. Now we're doing boom. Now they're honored. Nobody, all the codes, everything started coming in order. Now we got big groups. The big Israelites are saying, you know what? We gotta do this. Instead of just taking ego shots at a mug, like he says that we gotta do. No. Do it. The big groups, the NOIs, everybody, and see if you don't come to understanding of the true and living, of the true God, the true presence, the true spirit. You know, you're gonna leave all the false prophets, all the false saviors to the side, G, for anything. You know, so try it. That's how we're gonna start getting onto the game, and we'll get respected more so amongst our own people. And then motherfuckers ain't gonna butt in our shit. We got only we know how to handle dragons and shit, and our hard-headed ass Jews. We know how to handle them. So they won't butt on our shit. And we'll be able to do it. Alright? So with that being said, don't let it drop. Get it to the top. Eat the fruits, the berries and the melons, you know, throughout the day. Get the sun if you can. I think they stopped spraying in the sky as often. So that's a good thing because they're trying to do the mass deportation of the first invaders. And this is what they're mad about. This is why you raising your light is very important now, because you're doing something that is in the spirit realm. It's like, I was like, brothers, now this is really real, man. Nobody else has never told us to do this, that this is a mass spiritual order, Chief. If you want to get our land back, you got to get the land back here first, because you're the only motherfucker on earth that ain't got no goddamn land. Why? Because you wouldn't even deal with nobody else if you had your own shit. You so comfortable, you be chilling with God, John, all the time. But Most High had to put you out in the world so you can see and display, to show the power of His hand and who He is, which is, it's not a He, it's just to show you the power of what the natural all is, the Hawa, which is the natural name of the Creator that they showed in the Bible. So they can say it with so many different names. Everything was the same and divided, instead of when you're dealing with the false gods. That's when they came into the game. These are the ones who broke from the higher heaven to not graduate off of the earth. This is where you say the fallen angels. These ones didn't get to Etheria and fall down. These people are still within the atmosphere of earth. And so, in order for you not to fall down now, Mosiah is creating one of the best classes that he has ever made. Basically, at this point in time, in this arc cycle that we're in. So when we graduate and become Etherians, we're already the master, the cluster B personality of the spirit and all the realms. As we take off certain spirits like Drujits and Drux and all these. Yeah, there you go. Even just to see how sharp your ass is. They'll put a whole robot in front of your face. You don't even know that it's a robot. It can put about for another 180 days. Like, I'm back, nigga. And you traveling the world. That's why they want to get the passport. So they won't have no problems, nigga. They say, don't get no passport card. That ain't gonna work. They know already, because they on the run now, nigga. They on the run, because why? It's a spiritual extermination taking place. And when you see the shit like Kendrick Lamar going on in the motherfucking world, they know it's a spiritual extermination taking place. And the nigga that was walking across the field, so-called president of the company, this nigga straight face getting booed. Like, yeah, but whatever, nigga. Y'all got to go. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? We know you paid all this money up in here. Watch what happens. And boom. That's exactly what happened with the whole little Super Bowl shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's a great extermination going on. So everybody's trying to get their passport. Niggas ain't got passports like that. You got child support shit. You don't even want to leave America, really, because it's your home. The ones who do leave are ones who got those old-ass DNAs that just need to go to certain parts of the world to finish getting their downloads and shit. Where they going to Thailand or fucking the Philippines, wherever those extra mounds and stone cities at that these niggas was called to go to. These are different type of niggas. they had to go there for a time being. But niggas ain't really trying to leave. So most I knew that. You ain't getting no passports. Nobody don't give a fuck about that unless you horny and trying to be a passport, bro. Get some bitches. And they marketing to your motherfucking lustful ass too. They're come over here and get this and then. You like, damn nigga, shit. Now they marketing to you. They got all kind of Asian bitches and white bitches. That's all you see when you don't see too many sisters up there. You may see one or two. I don't see them too much. I see them marketing their women as sluts to you, or as one to be a future wife to a nigga. I mean, that's how it works. That's what's going on in this day and age. So this is why semen circumcision is very important. Because when they know it's a spiritual extermination going now, passports is very important. Motherfuckers got to move around. They ain't got to go to a little spot and be like, I'm going to leave there and on the border and come back the next day. They got to go. They got to be like, nigga, we got to get on that plane within 160 days, nigga. And then they get on that plane in 160 days. They got to be gone. Ain't gonna be doing this shit all over the world, but the spirit is on their ass. That's all it is. It's like the spirit didn't allow us to do shit. It's on their ass now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's their turn. Shit is happening. It's fucked up, I know, man. But that's how it happens. So yeah, man, all you gotta do is get your light up, man, and eat them fruits, berries, and melons, and stick to yourself, and do what it do, and just live your life, and don't bother try to tell somebody else how to live theirs. You can only make suggestions in this world. If a mother want to be mentored by you, then that's cool. They can walk with you for a few steps of the way and they go on their journey. But you telling somebody what to do, that ain't gonna work. You gotta be a king of your own self. You your own nigga, right? You your own NAGA. You your own king and shit. So yeah, with that being said, I love y'all. Thanks for joining in for this whole little hour and 9 minutes. This month they trying to disrupt a NAGA, but we had the angels around us doing what they do. Get them fruits, berries, and melons in. Gonna be watching that porn. Anytime you think of certain things, you gotta hurry up and dead it real fast, or you gotta just deal with the thought. And if you deal with the thought, the nut gonna come out. Maybe not then, but maybe a couple times down the line when you're not thinking. That's when the spirit's helping you. But if you got a mug attacking you and they're gonna be raping your ass in the dream, ain't no way you can get away. Cause they gonna know how to get you. Cause you done stoop down to their level. Now you done drop from your higher level, what you're trying to ascend to the higher heavens. Cause you go to heaven when you rest. Get the DMT molecule, that's a spirit molecule, that's where your spirit goes to. Whatever grade you're on while you're living on earth, you go to that plateau of heaven to experience that type of life. You experience life nightmares in the light body, you're still on the earth and the first resurrection of earth. Anytime you're in the second resurrection, you're learning shit more. When you wake up, you're going to probably be a little bit more enhancing your say that's their heaven, and there's no heaven higher than that. The third heaven is the highest one. And this is where you're at ready, just sitting back, and you done gave up all earthly desires. Okay, I'm ending it. But you call brides and bridegrooms, and you be going out, going to other worlds and perfecting all your talents that you have learned, that you was born with, through it in the flesh and in the spirit. You're just traveling to worlds. Now you're in light ships. Now you're going to traveling to different parts of the galaxy, and they know it. They didn't want to be an Etherian. Etherians got different kind of music. That's why NAGA's music is totally different and shit, because it's light, it's different. That's why it matters, because you can have a child prodigy that can play the piano so cold, and this can trickle on to other nationalities too. But I guarantee you, their gene had some type of NAGA gene up in them. You got the E1B1, that shit was all over the world, Chief. All right, we're talking about the E1B1. We're dealing with DNA now. And so you have these child prodigies that can play these pianos, which is another form of a drum. Can play these pianos off the chain, G, without nobody telling them what to do. They're ambidextrous now. They're melodically in tune to compose and produce vibration on a high melodic scale. Most high. Thank you for that one. You know what I'm saying? That's what we all gonna be doing. It's gonna be better. Now then we're gonna be playing with light and shit. You're at the beginning stages. This is what you gotta do to get to those stages so you can have fun and shit, man. It ain't all about fucking bitches. That's why bitches be mad. They be like, man, it ain't all about me. You want me just for the sex. Because real bitches don't really want you for just for the sex. They don't really want you to want them for the sex. But in this day and age, they kind of want you to, but not really. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're not gonna value her, and she know it too. So when you do this spiritual work, you're gonna value her. Justify anything. You're not gonna be thinking about that porn. Shit, you gonna be thinking about y'all little porn. Y'all gonna be sitting there looking at your shit like, You know what I'm saying? If you really, really want, I mean, you probably do it now, but with your one that y'all put the work in, you may not even have to do that. You may just sit there and look at yourself in the spiritual realm of each other, facing each other, and make the daggone image in front of you type shit, because you done focused on your orgasm now, instead of just being like little shit, you know? So yeah, keep that light up. Do your part. She gonna do her part, because she ain't gonna have nobody to get a pussy to now. Or she ain't gonna have to get no head to the motherfucker. You know, she ain't have to do none of that shit. Now she's like, damn, what I gotta do to make myself stronger? Because he's doing that, and it takes hella strength to withstand this ass. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, man, my ass big as a motherfucker, and I got some juicy pussy and shit. And you know my lips big in the motherfucker, and I fucking can sing like it ain't shit. You know, shit, girls. So it's like, if he's stronger than that, man, God must really be with his ass. And I gotta fuck with him. Cause any man that's with God, I gotta fuck with. And that's not, and Jezebel's thing like that too. But a real wife that's already made will value those qualities that you got inside you. Cause you valued your whole little light, your semen sacredness now. Now you're glowing. Now all of us is glowing. So when another nationality see us, if they ain't seen us in years, they see us, they're like, damn, these niggas. Cause they'll take our glowing ones on a world tour, you know, but when they see it now, they're like, everyone is like that. That's when it's like, yo, it's on and popping. And that's where we got to get to. And we're on our way, y'all. So, yeah, this is where it's at. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. We out here finna get the rest of the sun. Boom, boom, boom. I got Thuggy Dubs right here. They say peace. They on my hat. See my little hat made out of coconut leaf. See him. She getting better. Y'all want to come say hi? They say, hey to everybody. Hey everybody, I'm getting better. I got my feathers. I'm getting the feathers back. Hey, look at that boo. You know how cool and shit. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, I guess I'm back. I'm back. One time, one cash pass. Boom, boom, boom. One time for the cash pass.